You just came to court with no evidence. If you're supposed to be defending me, I am going to jail.
Don't say you judging. Just say you don't see the appeal of it. Don't say you judging. You got nothing to judge.
So I low-key judge. So what? So what?
Ooh.
He's single, ladies. Ladies, he's single.
He's single. Oh.
Speaking of games and everything, right? So the other thing that was up for discussion that you had brought up, and I'm gonna butcher this because you've been talking about this whole week, and I've still been butchering it 99 different ways from Sunday. New game, new life, new wife.
Oh, my brother! It's new game, new life, new person. It's a term and a thing that I'm coining to pretty much all my gamers out there who, been through a whole lot with their gamer girl who can't find love, who has found love, and their significant other respect the hustle. You respect the gaming hustle. So what it is, right? I was on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, you were talking about. I was on TikTok, just scrolling my black business while women get upset that men play video games. And there was a shorty from Texas that was trolling the mess out of him and was saying, "Oh, why don't you date somebody, that likes gaming too?" And in the back of my mind, I'm like, that doesn't really work out for me. A female that games, it's kind of a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? When guys game and they date a gamer girl, and let's say you break up with that gamer girl, they never, ever say, "Yo, the new girl that I'm with, my ex used to do this, my ex used to do that. I don't trust you because my ex did this, my ex did that." And in the back of my mind, I was like, yo, it's a new game. Brand new save file. New game, new life, new person. What do y'all think?
A lot of us carry a lot of that baggage in the background, but we shouldn't. And then that ends up affecting how we end up dating. I actually agree with you.
There's a lot of people, men and women. Basically, there's just a lot of people bringing their corrupt game files to a new game. You know what I mean? So I do like the ideology behind it, and I do believe that it is something that should be enforced. And honestly, taking a brief second to acknowledge, the fact that a lot of women get mad that their significant other, male or female, plays video games. Do you realize there's a lot of other things out there they could be doing? They could be selling crack. If you're a man or woman, whoever is at home and they're playing 2K, let that mother play 2K.
Let him glaze up LeBron.
There's a plethora of other things that they could have been doing, but instead they're home, they're playing their game, and there's probably things that you do, or things that like that Sunday brunch that they don't feel like going to, that you do, that annoys the hell out of them. Leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Dude, that was my favorite. I was so into this. I was reading the comments, and the same girl from Texas was like, they just like to be manipulated and controlling. I responded to her, I'm like, boo-boo.
No.
Riz, a gamer has to be controlling you, manipulating you while playing the game. Then she like 12 hours on the game, 12 hours on the phone, and no hygiene controls. I said, I'm sorry you got hit by a swindler. Like, you got swindled. Like, who? Because I feel like she was projected. Like,
that's an ex-GameStop employee right there. That motherfucker said, yeah, yo, come get this traded. This game, it looked like it's about $60, but I promise you, once you take me home, you're going to see I'm worth $695.
Wow, that's wild. And I was like, nah, we need balance. We balance family, we balance friends, we balance, if you're married, marriage and kids, if you have those. And we take showers. I don't know what man who really is a real man that don't take showers, that just be on the game all day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that they're not, because there are those dungeon basement guys. But come on, the guy that I was watching, he looked like he was a well-balanced brother. And we need to stop tossing men in the same, well, gamer men in the same category. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask y'all this. Let me get your opinion on this, right? Do y'all believe that y'all can judge somebody based off the video games they play?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
A judge? No. I feel like we can come up with a synopsis on them, but you know, I wouldn't call it judging.
But do you believe you can tell someone's personal traits judging by the games that they play?
No, I can definitely judge somebody.
See, I feel like judging, because I'm an artist, and in the sense of, you know, drawing, I like to draw, and I like to draw a lot of things, risque or not, and I would hate someone to judge me on the base of my artwork. You may like it, I like critiques, but come on. Anything you do in your own enjoyment, as long as you're not hurting somebody, and you're not taking that fantasy world to the next level, I'm cool with. It's when there are kids involved and the law is broken. I'm like, nah, we can't do this. You know what I mean? But I've seen a lot of games. I'm like, man, that's weird. But hey, if you like it, I love it.
There are some games that I do judge you about. If you are playing games where it's like AO only, I kind of judge you a little bit, just a little bit.
Wow.
Fan service game?
I judge a little bit.
Wow.
What? Sir, I was targeted at me.
Well, hey, listen. What's the saying? Only a hit dog will holler, or, you know, I guess we're from the Caribbean, so who the cat fit? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I judge you a little bit because there's porn on the internet.
But I wanted to play a game.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are wild.
That's like saying there's ESPN on the internet. Why the hell are you playing 2K? Oh, you can't go play ball outside with your boys?
I'm not saying you can't go play ball outside with your boys, but the last time I checked, you're not opening up. You're not trying to like go randomly down some girl in the, you know, the mall after you're done playing the game.
So you realize most adult only games have more violence than they do sex, right?
I wouldn't know because I don't play them.
So then why are we here?
The only game that I played that probably had like any ounce of sex in it was like Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
And it was very it was an optional scene between Ethan and I can't remember the other chick's name for the life of me, but she was one of the main characters. But that was one of the games, God of War, but you couldn't really see anything.
Moving on.
I was hoping you said God of War because I remember that scene.
I cannot continue to entertain.
The only one I played, yeah. That was more entertaining, yeah, but that's the only thing that I've really like seen, like that's kind of like close to.
All right, so new long-term listeners that are about to be long-term listeners that don't know they're about to be long-term listeners, I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor. We're gonna keep a tally between this is episode whatever between now and episode 100, right?
Yeah.
How many times I can get pissed off in one episode? So you just wasted 3 minutes of our time of why you don't like people who play adult-only games. And I know you didn't say you don't like them, but you judge people who play adult-only games. And you didn't even have all of the stuff to back it up with. You came up with Heavy Rain, God of War. You couldn't even give me GTA. You gave me Heavy Rain and God of Goddamn War. 2 excellent games, mind you. You couldn't even give me GTA. You couldn't give me Posted. You couldn't give me Leisure Suit Larry. You couldn't. What the actual?
Again, games I don't play.
But
I'm talking about games I've actually played. You're asking games I actually play.
You just came to court with no evidence. If you're supposed to be defending me, I am going to jail.
You make it seem like I'm trying to battle you. Listen, I'm just saying I don't see the appeal. I'm not trying to say no, you shouldn't watch it. I'm just saying I'm slightly judging because I don't get the appeal of it.
Don't say you judging. Just say you don't see the appeal of it. Don't say you judging. You got nothing to judge.
So I low-key judge. So what? Everybody low-key judges people. Look at me. I'm below 5. I'm below 5'9". People judge based off. People have judged me for less. All right, so people judge all the time. I judge people who intentionally play adult-only games when you can literally be playing anything else.
But I want to play an adult-only game, so why are you judging me? I could be making meth.
If you want to know the appeal is breast without getting a virus on your computer. To answer your question, the appeal of certain fan service video games are like rated M for mature. They're actually pretty decent if you actually play them. You know what I mean? Besides the fan service, it's actually a lot of fun, and it's based off of a lot of anime lore. You know, yeah, Catherine full body. Then you have Lollipop Chainsaw. I love that. It just came out. Remake just came out. Even Stella Blade that recently just came out last year. Mind you, she's not fully naked, but it appeals to the male gaze.
No problem with that. I'm talking about specifically ordering an adult-only game. Like an adult-only game. They don't even sell them in friggin' game stores. You can't even get this online.
What is the difference between a person going on X-Hamster and a person going on, I don't know, some other site and playing a game like Leisure Suit Larry?
Who is intentionally playing Leisure Suit Larry? Whoever those people are, we need you to come into the comments. No pun intended. And
wow,
tell us what is so appealing about this game.
Oh, you know what's funny? The Switch. If you ever went through the Switch catalog, they, regardless of the game, it says hentai in it, and there's a lot of hentai games on the Switch, which is hilarious. The Switch is a supposedly family fun system, but it's not what you think. It's basically pictures of anime girls, and you're playing certain random games. But adult games that you actually see the act.
Basically, yeah. I don't see the appeal of that because I'm just like, okay, you could literally find that anywhere.
So let me ask y'all this then. Since Mitch Judge over here wants to judge,
I don't get it.
No. But you did say you were judging, which you have to. I own that. That's cool. You
we
judge.
listen and we don't judge, sir. We listen and we don't judge.
If you feel like, you know what I mean, you have to judge. Hey, that's in your mode. It's in your mode. You know what I mean? Oh, man,
I see games as an art form or as a form of entertainment. Yes, fine. My level of entertainment is basically not like that. All right, yeah, you can probably somebody. Maybe you can find a way to like go see a in GTA. Fine, I get that's hypocritical, but you're not really seeing nothing. It's all implied at this point.
Because you want to have a rated G catalog doesn't mean I gotta follow suit.
It's not a rated G catalog.
How do y'all like your curry?
Spicy a little.
If we don't move on, this shit gonna move on. How y'all like your curry?
No. Make your point.
How do you like your curry, sir?
Make your point. I know you want to.
Sir,
Besides,
my point is, sir, my point is, how do you like your curry?
Spicy. I love you guys, bro. I love you guys.
I color it.
You color?
I color it. I put coloring in it.
You're lying. You're lying, and I know you're lying because you saw the TikTok. So go ahead and lie again. How do you like your curry, sir?
Basic, I guess. I'm a basic person when it comes to curry. Fine.
Okay. Let me add more details to the question. Do you prefer your curry just over like plain white rice? Do you want all the fixings with, you know, the if you're doing curry chicken, you have the curry chicken. You have some people put chana with it. Some people put rice and peas. How do you like your curry meal?
The fixes, the veggies, and the white rice, my brother.
Okay.
Whatever the standard is. So I guess that's the standard.
Yeah. I'm not more of a picky person, but you know what I mean? If there's a person making it good, they're making it good, I'm gonna eat it.
You see this one right here?
Wow.
You see this one here? Hey, okay. I asked, because yes, I don't know if anyone has not seen it. If not, go on the TikToks. TikToks has been the top. We might as well just call this episode TikTok. We might get copyrighted. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There was this man from Guyana. He hosts I want to call it a podcast, but it's more like a streaming show. And one of the iconic clips that's going around is some woman submitted some sort of picture to him, and she put food coloring in her curry. The man then goes and asks his partner next to him, his co-host next to him, about, he wasn't even asking. He was just saying, like, she's dumb as hell for putting food coloring in curry, which, spoiler alert, she is. The man sitting next to him was just like, well, I don't think she's stupid for putting food coloring in curry. My man then goes on a rant. That says, did you ever see your mother put food colored in curry? The man was like, coming to think about it, I don't think I've ever seen my mom cook curry. The man goes on a whole spiel.
We're losing recipes.
So have y'all ever been to a place, right, that claims they're Caribbean? Because I've been to a few that claims they're Caribbean and claims that they can cook curry chicken. And then when you look at how they're cooking it, or you see the curry chicken, you're utterly appalled.
I have not yet, because the Caribbean restaurants I've been to, I make sure that there are at least 3 Jamaicans in there, and they're cussing out the curry.
I feel like certain type of restaurants have standards. Like your Chinese food and your Waffle House have to damn near be identical.
It looks like it's been through war. The floor looks like it's been cracked. It needs to get replaced, but you know what? It's still holding strong.
Grandma off in the corner, and you don't know if grandma's 6. You don't know if grandma is 33 or 73.
Mm-hmm.
But she off in the corner.
Yeah.
Gotta have the Buddha somewhere.
Little girl is working the register.
Mm-hmm. We violating all kinds of child labor laws here.
The menu on top is faded, and the lights don't work. I know the food is about to.
The pictures look like they came from, they're the same pictures from the same Chinese food restaurant down the street. It's the same damn picture from like 1972.
Opening date. Opening date. Yeah.
But it's the same thing with Caribbean restaurants. For me, if I walk in to your establishment, and this goes for any Caribbean restaurant, right? As someone with both Antiguan and Trinidad heritage, if I walk into your restaurant and I don't smell food, number one, we got a problem. Because why am I not smelling food? Number two, don't claim you're some nationality from the Caribbean, and then when I start talking to you, you're speaking very, very proper American or proper like British or anything like that. No. No. I don't give that you just came here or that you got your citizenship here or any of that. No. I want to feel like I'm at home.
Exactly.
I need to smell the food. I need to approach you and talk to you. And as someone who's been raised in America, I need to be able to ask you what you said at least 2 or 3 times. What? I need you to cuss me out. I need to say, yo, let me get a curry goat with roti, dal puri, chana, and 3 doubles, and you repeat it back to me, and I'll be like, what'd you say? And then you repeat it back to me again, and I'll be like, what'd you say? And then you have to suck your teeth. I'm sorry, if you don't suck your teeth, if I don't get it, if I can't get that, I don't want the food. I don't care how much you charging me for oxtail. No.
The bumba. If I don't hear that at least once, I'm just saying.
Right. What say you, good sir?
I don't really order food from any Caribbean restaurant, if I'm being honest. I really only eat it when I go back home. And when I'm at home, I'm in Jamaica.
Is there any good ones around you, or is it just like?
I like the way how my parents, my grandparents cook the food. I don't like certain ways how people make their food. Like the way how I know that my parents used to make dumplings, or my grandparents used to make dumplings. They would add a little cornmeal. The way how they make fish, the way how they make bami, the way how they make breadfruit, the way how they make ackee and saltfish, the way how they make dumpling and banana. It just.
Dumpling and banana again, bro?
I said dumpling and banana.
Ooh!
He's single, ladies. Ladies, he's single.
He's single. Oh. Yes. You hear that?
Yes.
Like, I don't eat everybody's mac and cheese. I promise you that. Like,
That's right.
like your mama's mac and cheese, I feel like is the ultimate mac and cheese besides grandma's mac and cheese. Now, at the end of the day, you know, if you haven't grown up on grandma's mac and cheese, you know, that's all right. If you grew up on mama's mac and cheese, if your wife is not, or your girl is not making that type of level, I'm sorry, we're not breaking up, but I'm just not eating your food when you say you make I'm going to my mama's house. I'm sorry. You going to be mama's house if you want to, but my mama's going to make my mac and cheese until I find someone that can make decent mac and cheese. And before the ladies pop up in the comment, yes, I can make mac and cheese. Thank you very much. I can cook. I love cooking. Cooking is what I do. So it's not a prerequisite to come and be with me. But if you claiming you can make mac and cheese, and if I taste it and it doesn't taste like mac and cheese, then what we doing here?
My grandmother, on my dad's side, God rest her soul, she used to make the she never used to make mac and cheese, but she used to make a lasagna. And she made it just right. She added just the right amount of cheese, the right amount of ricotta, right amount of ground turkey, and she always made it hit. And if I'm being honest, the reason I got into cooking is just to cook just like her, because she threw down in the kitchen, man. I urge everyone to learn how to cook at least one dish from your family if you can.
And you see my mother? My mother made sure me and myself and my brothers knew how to cook, because my mother said, look, I don't, and ladies, do not take this to heart. When it came time for us to learn how to cook, whether it be baking cake, making the bread, I want y'all to learn how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of yourself, because I don't want y'all out here depending on no wench. No, I don't want y'all depending on no wench, and no wench coming to you telling you, well, I is the one that cook for you. I is the one that doing your laundry. I don't want none of that. When I moved out to where I moved out now, right? And I didn't know, my baby mom and everything like that. We went out to this restaurant that claimed they were Caribbean. I walk in this place. It's a rundown, shabby looking place. So I'm like, okay, you know what? You get points for decor. You get points for looks. I'll give you points for that. We walk in, stove off. It's not hot. Fan on.
I'm sorry.
One down. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so looking at the menu, they have beef patty, they have curry chicken, stew chicken, all this good stuff. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep it simple. Let me get a spicy beef patty. Let me get a curry chicken, rice and peas. Simple thing. Somehow, they ran out of spicy beef patty. They only have vegetable patty. Well, yeah, I was ready to cuss her out right there. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. Then she started cooking the curry chicken, and I noticed that she was like, yeah, you know, what part of the Caribbean you from? I hear your accent, this, that, and the fourth. And I'm like, hey, she comes, oh yeah, so then you know how to cook curry chicken and everything like that, you know, about, you know, the spices and putting the red wine in it. And I was like, whoa. In my head, the sirens went off. The military personnel started lining up. Convoys started deploying. I mean red wine. She gave me that food, and I looked at my girl at the time, and I was like, you eating that? She was like, is this not good curry chicken? Poor girl, she didn't know any better. She was like, is this not how you're supposed to eat it? And I was like, it's not about how you're supposed to eat it. Please take that box of and throw it in the trash.
Oh.
For people who are confused about what it is that we're saying, there are certain things that you just do not do. I have never made curry chicken myself, but even I know you don't put red wine in a curry chicken. What wrong with you?
I mean, the whole flag was on the play. I said, look, someone with the whistle needs to blow it real quick. The African Indian came up, my brother, oh no, red wine in curry chicken? Oh no, I can't do this. Tell that girl to go Popeye away. I do not do that. Oh, My mom was like, yeah. Like someone just died. The whole table would have looked like someone just died if they heard that. And we would have got up and we would have left. We would have paid. We would have got up, we would have left.
No. And understand, I understand that wine goes in certain types of foods and certain types of dishes. That's perfectly fine. In a Caribbean dish, no. No.
The only time you put wine in any kind of food is if your girl wine in her waist. That's the only kind of wine that go in the food. That's the only wine I know that go in any kind of Caribbean food is when she wine in her waist as she cooking.
Red wine song, and that's it. That's it. I don't want to hear or see nothing with red wine in Caribbean food. You must be
I
lying.
feel we're about to gain a lot of Caribbean gamers and anime watchers. I like it. I like it. We need a very diverse, group of people.
A quick rundown for white people. We can switch this up here, right? A quick rundown for white people, right? Even black people too. When I say this, salt, garlic, onion, turmeric, ginger. If you have poultry seasoning, you can use poultry seasoning or Italian seasoning. One of the two, either one will work. If you don't got either one of those, you can probably get away with a little bit of adobo, just a little bit.
That's it. I feel like we need to not only stick on the restaurant theme for the moment, because have you ever been to an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet? Then they accidentally flip the back door of their kitchen and you see nothing but Mexicans? So, my question to you is, my question to you is, are you eating Chinese food or Mexican food? Or
wait. I got it. It's Chinese Mexican fusion. That's what that is.
I mean, I feel like it's what is the word when you're being fake?
You feel betrayed.
I saw that one time and I was like, this ain't pork fried rice from China. Oh my gosh! Why are there Mexicans in the back cooking pork fried rice?
Hold up. They're telling me you have Mexicans cooking, and I have nothing. We're like, for the record, we have nothing. We don't care who cooks what. Like, for the mind you, but it's just funny that we have Mexicans in a Chinese food restaurant, Mexicans in a Popeyes, but I have yet to see Mexicans in a Taco Bell.